ちは皆さん、お元気ですか? Hello, how are you? Today is about the anime number 9. And today's theme is about time travel. Then I'm going to talk about 7 animes, and they're very interesting about the time travel. Well, but first, I'm going to tell you some words. Time. Well, time, it comes from English. Time. Time slip. Time leap. Time machine. Well, the first two, time slip, time leap. Maybe you don't say that in English. Maybe you say more time travel. And time leap, well, leap. This is like to jump. But time leap, this word is just invented in one of anime that I'm going to talk about. So time slip, time leap, this is about time travel. Time machine. Could you read these katakanas? Talking about time travel, we must learn these 3 words. 過去、現在、未来。過去, it means the past. This kanji, 過去, the first one, か, this is 過ぎます. That has already passed. Something that passed. And 過去, this one, こ, it is 去ります. To 去ります. Go away, went away. So something that went away and we passed that. This is 過去. This kanji, 過去, the past. 現在, this is present. 現, this is to appear. 在, appear and it exists now. This is 過去. Sorry, 現在. 現在 is present. 現在. And now, 未来, future. Well, this kanji, み, it means not yet. み, like まだです。み, not yet. 来, this kanji, 来, it is 来ます。来る, to come. So it hasn't come yet. Not yet. 未来, future. Future hasn't come yet. So, 過去、現在、未来。And this word, 時間, it means time. This kanji, the first one, 時. And we use this 時, for example, 1時 at 1 o'clock, 2時 2 o'clock, 3時 4時 not 4時 4時 4 o'clock, 5時 6時 7時 at 7 o'clock, 7時 8時 9時 not 9時 9時 10時 11時 12時 It means the time, just 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, like that. But with 間, this 間 is how much that it takes, the duration. So 時間 is the time. But for example, if I say 1時間, it means for 1 hour, not 1 o'clock. 1時 1 o'clock. 1時間 for 1 hour. 2 hours, that will be 2時間. Like that. And 時間, it's like the lots of moments. That is the time. 時間. Actually, there are lots of animes that are talking about time travel. But today, I'm going to tell you about 7 of them. And the first is Doraemon. Do you know Doraemon? He's like this. Doraemon is very cute. And he's like a cat. The cat shape, but he came from the future to help this Nobita, this boy. And this boy was not very intelligent. So always Doraemon was helping him. Well, he's Doraemon. And Doraemon, he had many magical things. But one of them is 空飛ぶ絨毯。空飛ぶ絨毯。Well, this 空, this kanji is not very difficult. Like u in katakana, and like ru in katakana, like e in katakana. Well, this is 空, sky, sky. We can also pronounce ku. For example, ki is our energy. Kuki, kuki. This is the air that we can breathe in like that. This is kuki. And here we pronounce sora in kunyomi. The sky. Tobu. This is the verb tobimasu. Tobimasu, to fly. To fly. Or also to jump. But to fly. So, to fly in the sky. And jūtan. 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 We can also say carpet. But when we say carpet, we must write in katakana because it comes from English verb carpet. So 空飛ぶ絨毯, it means the flying carpet. The flying carpet. Ooh. But we know that in Aladdin, this Arabian tale, very beautiful tale, there's also 空飛ぶ絨毯. And that one is magical one, and that can fly in the sky. But that carpet doesn't go to the future or doesn't go to the past. Only in this present, but in the different places, in that carpet in Aladdin could travel. But this one, the Doraemon's one, Doraemon's 空飛ぶ絨毯, could travel to the past or to the future. And second anime is 時をかける少女。時をかける少女。Well, 時, it means the time. かける。かける, it comes from かけます。To run, it's just like a 走ります。走ります。かけます。It's really the same. 少女. This is the little girl. Well, little girl, or she's not yet the adult. So, 時をかける少女。時をかける少女. And with this anime, do you remember that I told you about time leap? Time leap. Time leap. This word was invented in this anime, 時をかける少女. And it is kind of time travel, but really, when she rushes, she runs so fast, and maybe she falls down. Then she realized that she traveled the time. She went the past, just about maybe 5 minutes before, but to the past. She could go to the past. So at first, oh, how strange! But she used this power for many things just for fun. For example, she wanted to eat something that she knew that there was in the refrigerator, but this pudding, her little sister ate it. So she got very angry. Then she thought, well, if I've got this power, I'm gonna back to the past before my sister eats my pudding. Then she went back to the past and she could eat her pudding. Like that. So she used in many occasions, but suddenly she realized that by doing so, maybe sometimes some people suffered and something very bad happened. So she thought, well, I don't have to, I shouldn't use like that. So she's learning. And in this anime, one very important word, a phrase appears. That is, time waits for no one. Time waits for no one. Yeah, it's really so. Because, for example, we don't have I think we don't have this power. I think you don't have it either. Then the time is very important because time is for everybody the same, the same. So the time doesn't wait for no one. So it means we have to live our time, our presence with all our will. So we must live our presence. So like this kind of things that I thought about this Tokyo Kakeru Shoujo. And in this anime, many things happened, and it's very good anime. I recommended you. That was from 2006. The third anime is Steins Gate. Steins Gate, or in katakana, Steins Gate. Well, I wrote like this because in anime's title, it's also written like this. Stein, this is in German. It's like the rock, the small rock, Stein. But it doesn't mean like that. Only Steins Gate. Okay, but it doesn't mean anything about the rock or like this. Steins Gate. It was from 2009. And in this anime, the main character is 18-year-old boy. He is the first year of the university, and he was investigating about the travel machine, and it's very interesting, this anime. But I tell you, the first part of this anime, maybe some chapters are not interesting. It's a little bit boring, but you must watch them because after it turns out so interesting. I had a very good time watching this anime. So please don't think, oh, it's boring in the first part, first several chapters, but after it's gonna be really fascinating. Well, here this boy can travel to the past, but exactly where he wants. For example, just before some kind of murder happens, just before something happens. So in this case, they can manage the time. So just before, oh, it must be this time, like this. Then he avoids many murders or many accidents. Usually he wanted to save persons he loved. So he knows that somebody was dead, so he wanted that shouldn't be happen. So he changed this thing, and so this person is not gonna die. So many times he changed the past. But when he changed one past, then everything changes. The future is very similar, but something is different. So sometimes it's a kind of problem, and it's complicated. And also he suffers a lot because there's one person, even if he saves her in one way, but the other way she dies. So again and again, he goes back to the past and he changes every single thing so that he doesn't want her to die. So many challenges, and it's really interesting one, this Steins Gate. I recommend you to watch this anime. The other interesting point of this anime is Akihabara. Do you know what is Akihabara? This is the place name in Tokyo, Akihabara. Well, Aki, it means autumn, fall. Huh? This is the leaves. The leaves leaves of the trees. Bara, hara, the field. So the field or the place where there are lots of autumn leaves. This is the literal meaning of Akihabara. And I told you, Akihabara is one part, one of the small city in Tokyo, very famous one now. Well, but this anime happens and everything takes place in Akihabara. So when he went back to the past, we could see sometimes this Akihabara in the past, just like I remember when I was a little child. I went to Akihabara lots of times with my family, because Akihabara was an electronic city. So we whenever we want to buy some kind of lamps, some kind of any kind of electronic things, there are lots of them in Akihabara, or some difficult electronic piece that maybe the father was looking for and he couldn't find in any place. But in Akihabara, yeah, that was possible. So Akihabara, there were everything about electronics. But nowadays, not only that, it's very famous for anime or otaku culture, this Akihabara. So it's also interesting to see Akihabara now and Akihabara in some years ago. The fourth anime is 僕だけがいない街。僕だけがいない街。Well, title in English is Erased. Erased from 2016. Boku, it means I, me. But usually, little boy said to himself, boku. It's like watashi. But for the little boys, boku, or the boys, boku. Dake, this is only. So, boku dake, it means only me, only I. Or, 鉛筆だけ, only pencil. これだけ, only this, like this. So, some kind of noun and dake, it means only that thing. 僕だけがいない、いません、いない町。The city where there's nobody, no, everybody's there, but only I don't exist in this place. This is the title. 僕だけがいない町。So, but English title, Erased. This is a mystery. This is a suspense. So it's quite, oh, what's gonna happen like that? Well, in here, the main character is 29 years old. But he realized that he had some kind of special power but he doesn't want to have that. When something very, very bad things happens, and he watches, then boom, he goes back to the past, but just only for 1 minute or 1 or 2 or 3, very few minutes, just or 5 minutes. But then he can change something there. Only 5 minutes ago, because many accidents just happened in 1 second, right? So he had that power, but he really didn't want that, because he thinks it's nothing good for me. It's only for the others, but I don't want to have this like that. Now, 18 years ago, there was a murder. And that was his friend, his classmate at school. And after that, there were many series of murder. But nobody knows, still not yet, nobody knows who was this assassin. And now, and these days now, just now, his mother is assassinated because his mother maybe just realized who was the assassin. Well, then this man goes back to the 18 years ago. Then he knows who is the assassin and like that. And after that many things happen, and he oh well, I'm not gonna tell you, but it's very, very interesting. Very interesting, this mystery. Erased in English. 僕だけがいない街 from 2016. The fifth anime is this one. リーゼロから始まる異世界生活. Very long title. リーゼロから始まる異世界生活. Well, what does it mean? Re is like a reset. Zero. Zero. Zero から始まる. Begin from the zero. Begin from the beginning. To begin from the 0 point. From just the beginning. 異世界生活. Isekai is different world. Not this world. So it's different world. 生活, this is the life. I think this title in English is like this. Life in a different world from zero. Or maybe this one. Zero starting life in another world. Maybe that is the title in English of this anime. The first part was in 2016. And the second part was 2020. So this year. And the third part is not yet 2021. So this is still, it's working. And the last part, nobody watched it. Well, this one is about the boy, and he's a high school student. He went to buy something in convenience store, and after that, when he's going to come back, then this is the first time he traveled to the past. Then he realized that he has got this power to go back to the past. Then in this world, something happens and he dies. Then he wakes up. Oh, so he's gonna restart that life and he's gonna change it. So he goes back to the past, and many things happened, but he dies. And he wakes up. So he's going back there into the past in many occasions. So he tries to change the world, but actually he does this because he wants to save a very loving person. He wants to save a person who he really loves. So that's the story about 0から始まる異世界生活. The sixth anime that I'm going to talk about is Kimonowa. Kimonowa, Your Name. This is really the beautiful anime. Kimonowa from 2016. Oh, in 2016 there were lots of good animes, right? Well, Kimonowa. I talked about Kimonowa in other videos about names, 名前. So maybe you can watch that video too. But here, I'm going to talk about a little bit different things. Well, Kimonowa, there were many things, very complicated things. Because, for example, the girl and the boy was changing her body and soul in different body. So it was quite complicated. But there was also another thing. There was a time leap, time travel. They were not living in the same time, so different time. So it was also very interesting thing. And I'm not going to tell you much more about that because I want you to watch this anime. It's really beautiful. And also, this author described so beautifully. So the landscape and everything, it's so bright color and beautiful. And this is one of the reasons that many Japanese people love this anime. The seventh and the last anime that I'm going to talk about is 色づく世界の明日から。色づく世界の明日から。And it is from 2018. Well, 明日から。From tomorrow. 色づく世界。世界, this is the world. 色 is the color. Like 赤 red. 青 blue. The 色 is color. 色づく世界. The color in the world with lots of colors. 色づく with colors. の明日から from the tomorrow. Because in this anime, there's also this time travel. This anime takes place in Nagasaki. Nagasaki is one of the cities name in Japan. Nagasaki is a very beautiful place, beautiful city, and it's maybe you know Nagasaki because of atomic bomb, maybe. Well, 色づく世界の明日から the story takes place in Nagasaki, but in the year 2078. 2078, so in the future. And there, the main character, the girl, cannot see the colors. She can see everything but all in black and white. She doesn't see any colors. And her grandmother wants her to be cured. So the grandmother sent this girl to the different world of 2018. So 60 years ago, 60 years before this happens, 60 years before. Then in that 2018, this grandma is just the same age as this girl. So this girl, when she goes to 2018 world, she meets her own grandmother, but just like friends, the same age. Then many things happen, and she's gonna get her colors. This 色づく世界の明日から in English title is The World in Colors. So you can imagine in this anime, the colors are really beautiful. The fireworks, so beautiful colors. Because here we can see the world in black and white and the world in colors. So it's beautiful, this contrast. As I told you before in this video, there are lots more videos about this kind of time travel. Do you know some other things, some other animes, or maybe your favorite one? Which one is? Maybe you can write these things in commentary. And if you have any more animes or some kind of things that you want me to talk here, you can write it also in commentary. If you liked this video, please share with your friends. That helped me a lot. And please don't forget to give me a like in this video. 今日もここまで見てくださって本当にどうもありがとうございます。気に入ってくださったらぜひお友達とシェアしていただけたら嬉しいです。そしていいねボタンもつけてくださいね。お願いします。ではまた会いましょう。じゃあね。バイバイ。またね。